both 390 and 374 have been up in terms of performance, production, and controllability. And we validated that through a product development validation plan that was absolutely, I believe, unique in the Caterpillar life, because we put those machines in customers' hands in real application for some case 5,000 hours before taking them back and looking at them in order to understand if they were really delivering the performance that they were supposed to deliver. You know, it's always a little bit of a trade-off to improve the power of a machine and the controllability. You need to find the right balance. And here the engineers did a very good job in developing the hydraulic system so that we have made an improvement not only on force but also on controllability, and that has been noticed by all of the customers working with the machines.
Mais c'est vrai qu'elle est forte. Hein? Ah oui, très forte. Ah oui, c'est différent. Plus de puissance et tout, mais c'est différent.
We did some productivity tests in control environment with the same operator, same ground conditions and so on, and we demonstrated that all the power that we had available from the new engine is translated directly into basically 20% more work done without compromising the fuel consumption, which is also important to control the operating costs. The 390D will have 10% more force, digging force, than the C-Series had, the 385C had. The 374, it's even more because we are going to improve the force by 20% for the stick and bucket cylinder, at least for the reach boom configuration. That's really a quantum leap in terms of force, and force with excavator means productivity, and not only productivity, it means also fuel efficiency, because you can have a better use of the system itself. If you have more force available, you can better position the linkage, and overall you increase the productivity very significantly. Now, to improve the stability on the 374, we have 160 millimeter more gauge when the machine is in working position in order to improve the stability over the side and provide an overall better balance for the machine compared to what we had with the C-Series. We improved significantly some undercarriage components. The idler, for example, is a very significant improvement. It's now a one-piece idler that is much tougher. We improved also the durability of the shoes on the undercarriage for the 390. It's now a thicker shoes. And probably more important, on both machines, we improved the retention system of the pins of the tracks so that they cannot move out anymore like some did in the past. That will improve drastically the performance and the durability of the undercarriage. Now, from a durability standpoint, we also have completely replaced all the high-pressure hoses that were used in the past by a new generation of hose with permanent couplings instead of reusable couplings. We also use a totally new generation of hydraulic cylinders. We use a completely different design for the buckets. It's now a reinforced top box with thicker sidebars, with thicker cutting edge in order to improve the durability of the bucket as well. And overall, all the structures of the machine have been reinforced in order to be able to last longer, even despite the increased force compared to the C-Series generation. We have now in the system 2 regeneration valves on the stick and bucket cylinder so that we can recycle the oil between the two sides of the cylinder without taking necessarily oil pump. And we can improve the overall efficiency of the machine doing that. So at the end of the day, what you get now is a D-Series that is much more productive than what we had for the C-Series, but doesn't burn more fuel. It's the same fuel consumption, basically. So it's the improvement of productivity that is, from a fuel standpoint, free of charge. We now have 3 different power modes available for the customers who really wants to tune the machine power to what they need to do based on their need, the production for a given day. we increased the width of the walkway so that it's now 50 centimeters wide, so that it's much more comfortable to access to the pump compartment or the cooling system compartment. We also have now available what we call the HAD lights that provide a much better lighting in order to work in the dark and have a much better visibility of what's around in the machine when working. We also have what we call the wave system that provides a pre-installed system in order to install side and rear cameras so that the operator can have better visibility on what is happening around the machine when it's working. Reliability has always been a key factor in this product development, and we put a real intense effort in the validation like never in the past in any product development.
Caterpillar pour différentes raisons. Première raison, la fiabilité, disponibilité des pièces, service et la valeur de revente.
Verbal feedback is one thing. Now the best is when the customer who tests the machine wants to buy it after the end of the test. And that happens very often. So that's really what they think about the machine. I want it. Isn't it the best testimony?